act of watching is a very paradoxical one. You watch the world while being part of it. Watching something, in a way, gives you distance to it. It separates you from the thing you're watching, and at the same time it connects you. The act of watching is about being far and close at the same time. It's about being there with the other and not.
I think of the spectator as someone who is at least witnessing and maybe sometimes also an actor. Someone who's taking the decision to watch or not to watch. And I hope to create work that confronts you with a certain situation while you're on your way from spot A and B, and you are the one who decides to stand or not. So you are actually challenged to take a position.
If you have somebody showing something without anybody watching it, there is no theater. But if we, with 100 people at the same time, decide to look at an empty stage, something will happen. If you walk on the street and you start looking at the street as if it's a film, something will happen. So the eye provokes the action, the fiction, the story.
People are forced in one way or the other to react to what they see in the public space. You pass it, you ignore it because you're too busy, or you ask a question, hey, how are you? Or like you interact, so you take a step forward. So in the same time, these people, it's like about social codes, no? Also like how much do you take your role as a citizen in the role of the spectator?
If theatre is supposed to be a reflection of society, then I thought, well, what better way to show an audience than, you know, instead of this assumption that theatre is a place where you get collectivity, that would be a very easy assumption, I think. Let's instead show an audience as a reflection of society today, which is very atomized, everybody plugged into their own streams, not really speaking to each other, with considerable distance between everybody, and everybody working for themselves.
Everything is bombarding you with so much information at any given moment that you, as the sort of filter of this information, you pick and choose what catches your eye. So there's no way that you could possibly take in all the information at once, but the way that you filter and sort and put together the information to make your own reality is very much akin to the show.
So it's up to the people to see what they do with it. It's their responsibility to talk about it, or to go against it, or to question it, or to just walk by. He only offers this beginning point of a possible debate about the subject.
We live in a time where where it makes sense to constantly ask ourselves if we want to act, if we want to witness what surrounds us, or if we just want to be a spectator. And I think the time for just spectating and continue our daily life is something that might not help us.